Hey Ninja viewers, Happy New Year. I hope whatever you plan to do this evening, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be fun, it's going to be safe, it's going to be all the things that you would want your New Year's celebration to be. Today, we're going to do a short little recap of how the year went for this channel and then the top 10 videos for Ninja614. Today is a recap video. We're gonna go talk about real quick about what happened. I started this channel on June 1st, 2016 because I wanted to learn how to do videography and editing and cinematography and apply that to what I know about SEO. Anyway, it has taken off much faster and with much more gusto than I had originally planned. I thought if I had 500 subscribers by June 1st, 2017, I would be doing really, really good. I think we're at 1,400 some subscribers now, and that's all thanks to you guys coming and finding my content and finding it good. I'm just glad that by the time the drone came, I had a little bit of experience under my belt so that these videos weren't complete crap. Every time I watch them, I'm highly critical of them. I'm just glad that you guys are enjoying them. I promise to continue working at it, to get better at it, to make better production value, to make better content that's valuable to you and interesting and fun. We've just passed 100,000 views. 1,400 subscribers and 100,000 views in 6 months has been just a whirlwind for me. For something that was just supposed to be a learning tool and as another quiver, another arrow in my quiver as a tool in my trade to offer my clients as far as video marketing, content marketing. It's just been really exciting and really fun to watch, and I'm really enjoying the fact that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm producing. So with that, let's talk about the top 10 videos of 2016. So the video coming in at number 10 is Motorcycle Club Etiquette for the general public. If you would just keep this in the back of your mind, no matter what, when you're interacting with a motorcycle club ever, period, respect. Every few weeks, I try to do a motorcycle club awareness or informational or, rant, what have you. And it's I have a playlist that I'll link to in the description where you can check it out that talks about motorcycle clubs, motorcycles, all that fun stuff. And the Motorcycle Club Etiquette one is in 10th place. Is the most viewed videos so far this year. It's a rather long video. It's if you're interested in motorcycle club culture or motorcycle clubs in general, it kind of gives you some pointers for, how to behave or get along around a motorcycle club. And that is if you want to interact with motorcycle clubs. Generally speaking, if motorcycle clubs don't do anything for you or you don't care, treat them with benign neglect and common courtesy, and they will do the same to you. But if you are intrigued by motorcycle clubs and you want to interact with them and spend more time around them, the Motorcycle Club Etiquette videos is for you. Number 9 is Rider Down, Trey's Damn Ride.
All right, so quick update. We had a rider go down.
Yeah.
The passenger's pretty banged up. They took her down to the hospital. So we're here waiting for a wrecker for the bike. Hope she's okay. We'll update you later.
That was I think the first ride I vlogged this year. We had a small accident on the ride. We do a ride every year that for a fallen brother who passed away from cancer. And in fact, that's the shirt that I'm wearing here. It's Trey's Damn Ride. We do a ride every year. It was a benefit ride to raise money for him while he was alive to help with the medical bills and things like that. And now he's passed away. We raise the money and give it to Christian mission that he asked us to do. So we continue to do that ride every year. And this year it was a really fun ride, except for the fact we did have a friend go down. They're fine. Fairly minor injuries, and the damage to the bike was fairly minor as well. So that's all fixed, and they're good and patched up and running again. But that one came in as number 9 most watched video. The number 8 most watched video is MC Clubhouse Etiquette. Something this morning reminded me about Motorcycle Clubhouse Etiquette. So another motorcycle club video. And this one talks about how to behave if you get invited into a motorcycle club clubhouse. These are some of the general rules for how to behave in that environment. Motorcycle clubs are somewhat regimented and have some... it's a subculture that has very specific protocols and etiquette and procedures for how they expect people to behave. And if you don't know them, you can get yourself in trouble, particularly if you're young and somewhat disrespectful or come off as disrespectful. Anyway, that video is for you. If you ever, again, if you're intrigued by motorcycle clubs, you want to interact with them, and you find yourself getting invited to a motorcycle club, it's a great video for you. Give you a nice rundown on how to behave. Coming in at number 7 is my DJI Mavic Pro video editing, color grading, exporting video. It's got a long title.
Okay, Ninja viewers, here we are in Adobe Premiere. I've already grabbed three movies from my Mavic, from my micro SD card from the Mavic, and I've brought them into Adobe Premiere.
That was a rather long video. I think it's like a half-hour long, but it's very instructional in nature. So if you are doing videos for YouTube and you are curious about how I get the results that I get with my videos or my Mavic footage, that one is a good one for you. And I do it in Adobe Premiere. However, a lot of the things I talk about in that video are not necessarily specific to Adobe Premiere. A lot of it is, but there's plenty of features in there and concepts that you can apply to whatever editing software you're using. So if you're curious, check it out. It's a pretty fun video if you're into that kind of stuff. Might be a little dry and boring if you don't care. But even if you don't like to edit videos or you don't do videos, but you're curious about how these things work or how I do videos, it's a little bit of a window into how it works. So that one was number 7. Number 6 was the DJI Mavic Pro drone review and unboxing.
Oh my gosh. So it wants me to, I have to confirm that I have authorization. Sure, I have authorization, and that I bear full responsibility for my flight here, which I definitely do.
That was when I first got the DJI Mavic Pro drone, and from that day forward was really when I got the bulk of my new subscribers. I mean, we went from 145 subscribers thereabouts to 1,400 in a span of a couple months. And so I have much to thank for this little Mavic drone. Not only because I love it so much and it's so much fun to fly and so much fun to use. Even if I'm not doing a video that day or I don't get a video up, I fly it almost every single day just because I can't get enough of it. It's so much fun. And I'm also getting a nice collection of B-roll footage for if I ever just want to throw gratuitous drone footage into a video. Coming in at number 5 is using an iPad mini with the DJI Mavic Pro.
And then as you can see, it holds the iPad mini nice and sturdy.
Quite a few people were asking about that, and I thought I had to, I saw a couple YouTubers had discovered it as well, and just because you guys were tuned in and watching, I thought, I'll go ahead and do a video about it. Plus, it was an opportunity to go out and get some more drone footage and make a vlog about it, and so that was number 5. Number 4, motorcycle club prospecting. Motorcycle club prospect. If you're like one of these tools, like this guy or this guy, you might not be ready to be in a motorcycle club for a couple reasons. That video has started out kind of slow, but has recently blown up. I'll have to look at the analytics after a few days and see what's settled down. But my suspicion is somebody somewhere found that video, liked it, and shared it somewhere, because it suddenly went from about 1,000 views up to, I think it's close to 10,000 now. And my motorcycle club videos do garner attention, and people do watch them. However, for it to blow up to about 10,000 a couple months after I put it up is unusual. So I suspect somebody found it somewhere and shared it either in a popular playlist or on a website or a blog or something. So, but anyway, Motorcycle Club Prospect. So if you're interested in joining a motorcycle club or understanding how the prospecting process works, it's a sort of a Motorcycle Club Prospect 101 video, and seems to be getting a lot of positive feedback. Then coming in at number 3 is I wrecked my DJI Mavic Pro again. That one has the gimbal fix, relatively easy gimbal fix. The jello effect, where the gimbal or the camera is doing a lot of shaking and a lot of jiggling back and forth when you try to film. Whether or not your drone wrecked or not, if you're getting that effect, this gimbal fix in that video is definitely something you want to check out. And a lot of people have given me positive feedback about that video. They enjoyed the somewhat humorous nature of it, and the fact that I pointed out a rather simple fix that may not be obvious immediately if you're initially inspecting the drone and trying to figure out why your video is so jello. So that one appears to have helped a lot of people and grabbed quite a few new subscribers, and so I'm really happy that I did that one. Number 2 was I broke my DJI Mavic. And can a DJI Mavic fly with broken propellers? All right, Ninja viewers, this is a cautionary tale. If you have a DJI Mavic Pro and you try to take off in the dark, this might happen. Now that video has a lot of traction and got a lot of views, but it also was pretty controversial. Some viewers were pretty mad about that video. They were upset that I flew the drone with broken propellers, which I did come back later in a follow-up video the next day and explain, hey, this was a test flight. I did a lot of test flights over the street, where low altitude, to be sure that I felt confident that the drone was able to handle the fact that it had shorter propellers. I wouldn't have flown it for the test flight around the neighborhood at a higher elevation if I felt even remotely concerned that it was going to be unsafe. But I can tell you that it really didn't behave in any way different. I mean, it was maintaining the same speed, control, nothing changed. It literally, once I put those broken propellers on and did that test flight up and down the street, where if it were to crash, it would literally just fall into the road with nobody underneath it to hurt anyone or break anything other than the drone itself. Once I felt really confident that it wasn't going to cause any damage, or basically was going to fly without incident, that's when I did the big test flight. But in the video, you don't get all that behind-the-scenes stuff, and that's a lot of stuff about YouTube. You don't get all the behind-the-scenes that went into the video. For dramatic effect, I made it seem like I threw these broken propellers on there and just threw it in the sky. Made for great viewing, but made some people really mad. So, 2 things with that. Flying any drone with broken propellers is not a good idea. And number 2, or as a second point to that, just because it does fly with broken propellers, it's very bad for the motors and the bearings, and it just puts undue stress on the motors because it's constantly having to make adjustments for the turbulence and the change in load and lift. So be very careful if you're going to do these kinds of things, of course, and if your propellers are broken, get them replaced. In the case of the DJI Mavic Pro, a pair of new propellers is $9. So for me, every month, I just have it budgeted in to buy 2 boxes, $18 a month, so I can build up a nice backup inventory of propellers, because one of the nice things about the propellers is that they're cheap and they do break, but much rather have your propeller break than the motor itself. So if you're going to have an accident, and if you're going to fly a lot, you're going to have an accident. I don't care how amazing you think you are flying. You're either flying extremely conservatively, like ridiculously conservatively, or you're not flying it that much if you don't have Rex. It's going to happen. So then that leads us to our #1 video of the year, how to legally make money with your DJI Mavic Pro drone. You got yourself some sort of drone and you're ready to go make yourself some money, right? Well, if you live in the US, not so fast. The FAA has some thoughts about that. So, today's vlog, short little stint about where the heck I've been for the last couple weeks, and then we'll get right into how you can make some money with your drone legally. That one is continuing to blow up and get a lot of views. I think it's well over 30,000 views at this point. A lot of people seem to like that one. That one also is controversial. The original title of that video was something like how to make money with your DJI Mavic Pro drone, and some people were yelling at me for clickbait and things like that. I just thought it was important to know, because a lot of people that they've seen some of my videos and talk about how they're going to get their drone and start making money, and then I start having more conversations and they find out they're not aware that legally you're not allowed to do that unless you have the 107 certificate. In the US, of course. In different countries, of course, notwithstanding, those rules apply to that country. In the US, however, if you want to make money from your drone in any way, shape, or form, you've got to have this 107 certificate. Now, of course, the FAA has to find out that you did that, and unless there was an incident or somebody complained or somebody ratted you out, I don't know how they would. But to me, it just seems like, yeah, it's $150 and you got to go through the stuff to do it. But to me, it seemed like a good idea to just be sure that just in case something did happen and, the FAA did come a knocking, I can show, hey, I'm in compliance. I'm following the rules, baby. So, there you go. That is the top 10 videos of the Ninja614 channel in 2016. I've enjoyed making them. I'm so happy that you guys have enjoyed watching them. I promise in 2017 to continue to working on making better videos, better content. I'm going to try my hardest to be more consistent with an upload schedule. I'm still committed to the idea of daily. I just don't know how realistic it's going to be for some time. New year. Let's all reset, shall we? All right, Ninja viewers, that's all I got for you today. Look for the new Canon EOS M3 vlogging camera, sort of a review and setup and how I use that camera either tomorrow or Monday, most likely Monday. And I shall see you all next year. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for subscribing. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. NinjaFam, you are the best. And you know it. Bye.